Samantha, you will be mine. Must ingest more fuel. What?
When did I get a message?
I am not amused.
Oh man, we got a shout out to NFK Mobile for that meme right there, man. That was definitely hilarious for me and fitting for what we are about to get ready to discuss today. Mark Zuckerberg confesses Biden administration forced him to censor the truth, and you won't believe what's hidden now. We're gonna move over to the clip with Mark Zuckerberg on Joe Rogan's show, man, and you know it makes you ask certain questions to yourself about the intentions behind Mark Zuckerberg trying to get rid of the whole censorship now, and you know. You got to think about all the people that suffered because of him and getting the platform because of him, for him to just come back and go, oh, you know, hey, you didn't even say I'm sorry. I don't even think he said I'm sorry. And then in addition to that, he was trying to say that Meta says fact checkers were the problem. Fact checkers ruled that actually was false. Fact checking group that worked with Meta said that they had no role in deciding what the company did with the content that was fact checked. And I kind of believe that because you're about to hear Mark Zuckerberg reveal something. Now, what if the government's influence goes beyond what we've ever imagined? Let's see what he reveals.
So at the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, and like in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's like, oh no, you have to wear a mask. And, everything was shifting around. It just became very difficult to kind of follow. And this really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program.
Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. I see him trying to take the Elon Musk approach, man. Hey, right now, dog, with Trump getting in office, everybody's switching their tune. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm generally pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But I think that while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it. And
wow, the fact that he's going to sit here and say they tried to, as if he wasn't the literal middleman to make it happen.
They pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean,
oh, wow. So it sounds like some threats. Speculation, but
They basically pushed us and said,
basically pushed us. That's all I'm saying. Sound like a threat.
Said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. We're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things?
It was
to talk about vaccine side effects.
It was people in the Biden administration.
Now, would you take a look at this? First of all, like I said, he trying to take the Elon Musk approach. I feel like he trying to get cool with America again. Now that he know that when Trump get back in office, he ain't playing no games. I was shocked to see, this confession. I was really struck by how he ties into I'm so sorry. I was so shocked that he actually sat there and said the Biden administration and how they tied into forcing this platform to really just spread misinformation. You know what I mean? I'm not really shocked to see how the government can pressure, and extend to, have you trying to control certain narratives on social media platforms. But this post made me feel like we're in an information war with the government and tech giants on one side for sure. And it's definitely unsettling to think that our digital freedom is being, how do you even say it, derailed by political figures, as Zuckerberg just admitted. I'm left wondering, though, how much of our reality is shaped by these hidden hands? This post right here that we're about to get ready to watch with Piers Morgan might address some of these concerns.
Doesn't acknowledge any there's no acknowledgement that he did something wrong or that he's changed his mind on this. It's kind of this just vague, like, oh, I created this to give people a voice. And a lot of people think this stuff went too far. And like, yes, it reminds me of, I debated Chris Cuomo last year, and it reminds me of him coming out and saying like, hey, you guys, this ivermectin stuff isn't horse dewormer, it turns out. It's people medicine. And you're like, yeah, that's what we were all saying at the time, in my world at least, and we got a lot of abuse for that. At one point, I do think it's worth just pointing out what happened over these years, even though I think this is a very positive change. I was just playing on my show the other day a video clip. I'm sure all of you guys have seen it. But Mark Zuckerberg blatantly admitted that both Facebook and the FBI interfered in the 2020 election on the...
And I'm serious, right? I mean, well, it's crazy how, I don't know why I said I'm serious, right? Although I am. It's crazy how everybody was calling us conspiracy theorists. Like, oh man, you guys are just crazy. These social media platforms aren't crazy. You guys are just lying and y'all believe anything that Trump says, anything that anything that, this person or that person say, whoop. And then here we go. What are the apologies? Because a lot of information that was suppressed could have potentially saved a lot of lives and, removed a lot of damages.
Joe Rogan experience. And, for all of the news coverage, and to some degree, rightfully so, over the last 4 years about January 6th, about some of Trump's claims of the election that him and his lawyers were really never able to demonstrate at all. But how about that admission that the FBI came and told Facebook, be prepared for a Russian dump that's coming soon. And then when the laptop came out, you have 50 plus intelligence officers signing on to this letter saying that this is the Russian disinformation. And he admitted to censoring people for that. This is like blatant election interference by the FBI and one of the biggest tech companies out there. I mean, I would think if you're going to reverse that, it would also come along with like an apology and some admission of what you were a part of. He says he created the site to give people a voice. You robbed your fellow Americans of their voice in a very important, crucial point in American history.
And for that, I say, Mark Zuckerberg, you owe the world an apology. People have suffered at the hands of these decisions that you made backdoor. All of these top secret handshakes that you making, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't care what you say. It had to be some money in that phone. It had to be some type of money in that phone. It had to be some sort of benefit. If not, him just being threatened. I don't know, man. This situation makes me question the integrity of our digital spaces for sure. I don't know if we moving towards a world where only government approved truth is allowed. That's the direction where we headed. It's a chilling reminder that our voices might be silenced under political agendas, bro. It's not just platform policies, bro. And as you can see, the tension is real with the tech company. You see that Mark Zuckerberg Meta replied to him. You know what I mean? And if a tech giant like Mark Zuckerberg feels the pressure, what chances do its users have? What kind of chance do we have? Now Liberty Cappy's post resonated with me, all right? Especially after hearing Mark Zuckerberg's confession. It's about the fight for liberty now under the threat from political censorship. Let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah, y'all thought y'all about to get ready to watch a serious video the way I said that thing and go, yeah. Anyhow, look at this picture. It ain't funny, but I mean, it's a great depiction of exactly what I'm feeling right now. And I'm sure a lot of Americans are. It says, since Mark Zuckerberg is back in the news again, I'm going to drop this little reminder. Mark Zuckerberg, after years of stealing your data, censoring the truth on Facebook. I'm sorry. This is all he got, y'all. He hit us with the I'm sorry. This is just the best we get. And of course, there's the classic meme that we seen the last time. It wouldn't hurt to watch it again. Ain't gonna hurt to watch it again. Told y'all he tried to take Elon's strategy. He trying to get cool with Americans now. Shout out to NFK. He also made that meme. NFK Mobile. Make sure y'all go follow him ASAP. My question to you today is, do you accept his apology? One might argue, how many times can a person say sorry and keep doing the same thing? Because in my life, you can't, piss on me and tell me it's raining. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, my guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's some repercussions that's going to come behind that. Now, somebody's arguing that Andrew Tate actually getting his channel back would be the confirmation confirmation that Mark Zuckerberg is actually genuine about this approach. Misinformation isn't just accidental. It is definitely politically motivated. And before we play the clip of, I'm just going to show you real quick, Joseph D. McBride explaining Mark Zuckerberg recently promised the world that Meta was ending political censorship and returning his free speech and all that. But he was saying it's depending on how fast he restores the Tate brothers, basically. And I want y'all to hear what Andrew Tate had to say about Donald Trump getting back in office. As I've been saying since Donald Trump getting back in office, you got everybody trying to straighten up like Zuckerberg. So this definitely continues to, piggyback off of that.
Something? Huh?
Hi guys, welcome back to the Tate Show.
By the way, he completely obliterated these news reporters. I'll fast forward to the point.
I wonder if you media ever feel insignificant standing out there wasting your time, considering that we are the media now, and X is the media now, and Elon rules the world. Nobody cares what anything is put on these channels. I don't know if anyone even watches them. I don't know who pays for this. You guys are all here. You got to feed your families. You're going home. You got to pay the heating bill. Nobody gives a shit what any of you guys post at all, because all you've ever done since the beginning of our case, in fact, since the beginning of way back from before COVID, is lie, 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 lie. All you do is lie. Everyone knows you're liars. Nobody cares anything. If he interrupts me again, my exclusive interview with all of you is over. Okay. This young little man might ruin it for everybody.
I mean, I ain't finna say him be soft either. I would just say that this man is doing what Andrew Tate does.
It's okay. So, nobody gives a shit what the mainstream media says. We are the media now.
True.
We're taking control back. Donald Trump is going to annex Greenland and take Canada and take Mexico, take all of it. The American empire's back. We're done with this crap. Elon owns X. I get to tell the truth. All of your lies are being exposed. And I cannot wait for the disinfectant of sunlight to come down and exonerate my brother and I, because we have done nothing wrong since the beginning of this. And the media has done nothing but accuse us of being human traffickers over and over and over again, trying to damage our name, knowing we're innocent. And here we are 3 years later.
All right, cool. I don't want the point of this just to be all about Andrew Tate. I just wanted y'all to hear what he had to say in terms of Donald Trump getting back. Now, let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of it all. Again, this is Joseph D. McBride, and he says the litmus test regarding the truthfulness of Zuckerberg's statement is how fast he restores Andrew Tate and his brother to Facebook and Instagram. Let's watch this.
Let me be very, very clear, crystal clear on this issue. The litmus test for the truthfulness, the veracity of Mark Zuckerberg's statements regarding the end of censorship on meta platforms such as Instagram and Facebook is going to be, will you let Andrew and Tristan Tate back on? You have other people like Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, other people, sure. But when it comes to Andrew Tate, the most Googled man in the world, one of the most influential people on the internet, will you let him back on? And the answer has to be yes. And not only is it a yes, it has to be, you need to do it today. It needs to be done yesterday. If your position is, look, we're Meta, we are Facebook, we are Instagram, we understand that there has been a shift in all the things that Mark Zuckerberg said in this statement. Okay, fine. We like the sound of that. You're saying that you got it wrong. You say that you got it halfway wrong, whatever it's going to be, but you want to correct yourself going forward, and you want to make yourself known as a free speech platform that's analogous to X, formerly known as Twitter. Well, then you got to do what X, formerly known as Twitter, has already done. You got to let Andrew Tate on. You got to let Tristan Tate on. Look, if you let Andrew Tate on, he's going to campaign across Facebook and across Meta. He's focused on his race in the United Kingdom for prime minister. That's going to be what he's talking about. You let Tristan on, he's going to be talking about a bunch of cool things, great suits. He's going to be posting Bugattis and $5 million cars all over Instagram. He's going to be posting his very James Bond jet-setting life. Let these guys back on. Let the world have a taste of what true freedom is. And you can't Mark Zuckerberg, you can't say Meta is a free speech platform if it does not include Andrew and Tristan Tate. That is the litmus test. Be a man of your word. Don't write checks you can't cash, and make sure Andrew and Tristan Tate are restated immediately.
Man. Mark Zuckerberg's admission about Biden and his administration's push for censorship definitely opened up Pandora's box. I mean, that thing is poop. And I'm glad we got a chance to really talk about the different aspects of this issue, from the legal implications, showing us the fight for free speech. And truth is far from over, okay? We're going to have to continue that. So, you know, we got to remember the truth is out there, but it's up to us to find it. We can't depend on these, you know, tech companies and stuff like that. So what is the next battle for truth? Will we see more admissions like Mark Zuckerberg coming in 2025? Or will this be swept under the rug? What y'all think?